Hi, Donna.
Hi, Greg.
Nice to meet you.
And you too.
How can I help you with your hair?
So I feel, as a 53-year-old mum who's been a mum at home, left my career 15 years ago, I've become stuck in a cycle of bob, and then getting to a certain length that the bob's gone and I tie it up because I love the updo. But then it's a one-trick pony, it's breaking my hair.
Right.
I don't feel there's any softness, it's quite severe, but I like the look that it leans into, but not as my only hairstyle.
Okay. So this is how you wear your hair all the time at the moment?
Because it's got an outgrown bob. The bob I have gone to for a safe option. I do not have the thickest hair. Okay. You'll see it's quite fine. I'm post-menopause, so it all feels challenging. Yeah.
Does the quality of your hair feel stable?
Oh, how do you mean, Greg?
Because sometimes when you go through menopause, you know, your hair can change and people experience thinness and
I guess so, at the
change
temples.
in texture. But everybody's experience is different, and sometimes it can waver as well. So I just wondered, you know, how that's going for you.
So I think it feels stable, but I guess it's thinning here, which is probably a mixture of menopause, post-menopause, and putting it up all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Off the bat, it looks superb like this. I love the way it pulls to the side with the centre-ish parting. I like the depth against your skin. I think it looks really good. But I'd like to see what we have and what we can play with. Okay. So how does this make you feel as it is now?
Not polished enough.
Yeah.
Not confident. It doesn't make me feel good, hence why I tie it up, because that's an easy, quick solution to keep it looking a little bit polished.
Okay,
you know?
Sure, absolutely. I agree. And I think your hair needs to be a bit shorter, because I think when you get beyond this level here, what is underneath my hands looks a bit wispy, and it's a bit flyaway and a bit sort of untamed.
Yes.
And I think a haircut that makes your hair look as choppy and as strong as possible is all to the benefit for you. So would you be up for cutting your hair shorter again?
Oh yeah, I mean, I will be guided by you. What I want to achieve is a style that's easy for me to do.
Yeah.
And whenever I have my hair down, I feel like it doesn't, I don't know, we're all very self-critical, aren't we? You know, so I feel that it pulls my face down. I have a longer face. Yeah. I think that's constructive self-criticism, and that's what we're here for, because you know we're here to make the best of things. Yeah. And so I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Like I say, I agree that taking your hair back looks wonderful because it looks sleek, but it's not severe. Yeah. And it suits your bone structure brilliantly. Yeah. You have quite a square bone structure. Yeah. And this looks great on you. I also think something, when your hair is down, that has a little bit of a kick. Yeah. Is also great for you. And I think you've got this lovely long neck. I know it's half hidden by this roll neck, but a long neck it is. So I think something that sits off the shoulders. Yeah. Is going to be to the benefit, and something that has a slight kick is going to be great on you. I know I'm post-menopause, but I just want that little edge of coolness about. Yeah. Years and years ago, when I did work in fashion, I had it all cut off and went for a very short little, I think when Natalie Imbruglia brought out Torn, and I did that look. The pixie. Yeah. And I loved it, but then I was dressing it up. I could easily dress it up. I was working every day, I was traveling the world. I could dress up with the earrings, with the heels, with the Levi's, and give it a look, whereas I'm worried if I went really short, I could just look, and it's very fine now, a bit too boyish and a bit too, you know, lackluster. I think your hair's too fine for that now. Fine, good to know. So it's a blunt and honest message. Yeah, good, no, that's good. And I think you would feel like you've got something that you would just put under a hat. Yes, okay. Because I think there isn't enough density to give your hair the direction it needs to have a pixie haircut that will look good. Fine. My gut instinct is saying jaw length. Okay. Something that comes to just there, so somewhere between that corner of your jaw there and the bottom of your chin. I would go for around about there, and what that will give you is this sense of ka-chung.
And then if we do what they call a stacked bob, which is basically a bob which is sort of pulled straight down and cut across, what it does is it encourages it to open out slightly.
Nice.
But it won't be a frou-frou flick, it'll just be a kink.
Yeah.
Actually, you can still tie it back.
And it low. Yeah.
You can take it back very, very low, and you'll have a ponytail that's about that long.
Yeah, which I've done many times.
And that looks quite cool. You know,
yes.
think Japanese.
Yeah.
So I think that way you'll have a haircut which you can enjoy.
Yeah.
And tie it back when you need to.
Great. Perfect.
Colour. Let me introduce you to Shiv. Our colourist here at Josh Wood.
Hi, Shiv.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Too.
And I'll leave you two to have a chat.
Cool. So haircut.
Yes.
Sharp.
Yes.
Sometimes less is more.
Simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got
Feel-
such a striking bone structure that it kind of just does the talking already.
Okay. Yes.
I think we need to keep it simple and striking for your look. We need to add warmth back into your hair.
So you sent me this.
Oh, I did. I know. It's crazy,
And
right?
that idea that it's just being lit from behind,
Yeah, that's so nice.
I think is lovely.
You're right. So
But
nice.
actually, I think it's just the lighting that's making it look
It is
lighter,
the lighting.
isn't it?
It is the lighting.
Yes.
So we're trying to get that look, but with the hair colour.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, what I've just said?
I think so.
You know when the sun's sort of shining and it looks lighter?
Yes.
Exactly like that image.
Yeah. And this is what you have here already, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Let's do that.
I don't think it should be any brighter than that.
No, neither. I like barely there. Barely there, but there.
Just a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Like these little.
Me too. That's it. And you have that sort of wiggle, as we talked about earlier,
Yeah,
just going there.
yeah.
Just sits out, in, and out.
Although I am obsessing that I've got a big forehead now. I'm like, oh my god, I've
Let's
never
make it
noticed it.
I love your natural wave. It's so pretty. You know, when your hair just lifts up of its own accord, it has a lovely softness and sort of buoyancy to it. So it takes a sharp haircut and it takes away, it takes the edges off it all by itself. Because this is just one length.
Yeah.
And now you have a one length haircut, which just looks soft and cute.
Cute.
Your profile looks incredible.
Yeah, you look great.
Right, so I'm going to blow dry your hair in a very simple manner. I think it's important that we blow dry your hair to make it look more tailored,
Yeah.
but that we don't pull it so straight that you lose all the natural movements out of your hair.
Because I love the movement. Yeah, that you've shown me can be there. Oh my
Okay.
god, what was I going to say? Yes, and my hair is so fluffy.
Yeah.
It has this fluffiness. So any recommendations you can tell me to stop the fluffy?
So literally, as you're speaking, I'm getting this ready. This is Hair Alchemy
Okay.
Fortifying Treatment Serum. Just rub that through.
Oh yeah, gosh. And that's not too
Never
heavy,
use your
right?
hands. No, not at all. It just disappears into your hair. And then I will use a little bit of blow dry spray. I'm going to use the Sam McKnight spray. Normally I say go very intensively into the root with this, but with your hair, I would say just give it an overall
Okay.
spritz, because you don't want to overwhelm your hair, because it is fine.
Yes.
It's the kind of spray where if you go in the roots like that and then dry it, you can make it stand up.
That's not what we're looking for.
General
is it?
spritz
Yeah.
product too.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you dry your hair yourself,
Yeah.
do you use a dryer and a brush, or do you have a
Yeah. So I have a Dyson.
Dyson dryer or
yeah.
a Dyson Airwrap?
No, just a regular, the first
The
hair
dryer.
dryer. Yeah.
Great.
And I use a flat brush and I've got a round brush.
Okay.
But that's on a good day when I think I'm going to try and do something with it, which I will now, actually, with a style.
All right. So my suggestion is use the round brush
Yeah.
and see the brush as a platform over which your hair sits,
Okay.
not something around which your hair curls.
Yeah.
And as you run it through, you're just sort of doing that a few times, and that will just take any unwanted kink and fluff out of your hair, but it will still have a movement to it. So take it into the root. The airflow goes over the front of the brush.
Got it.
Not behind,
Yep.
over the front. And you just work it through. I've got the hairdryer on low speed
Yeah.
because you want to sort of, it's like ironing on a low heat.
Yes.
You don't want to make it starchy and sharp. You want to make it just gently ironing out the creases in your hair.
Yeah, yeah.
And you want to keep that bend
Yeah.
in the ends.
Oh yeah.
So that is what you end up with. Now that might feel not quite done, but when you add that to everything else,
Yes.
it will be enough. Do that a few times, and you can see how it's starting to just curve in around there. And that little curve will become that little flick
Oh my
as well.
gosh. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
So for this side, I'm just going to throw that away
Yeah.
and onto the other side. You can just do exactly the same thing here. Once you've got a nice workable section, take the brush through it a couple of times. All yours. Got it. That's it. You just sort of bring the brush and the dry together. What you want, and then take a look.
So it gives it some movement.
There we are.
Nice.
And then this piece will sit over the top and join in with it.
Excellent.
How are you feeling?
I love it. I love the movement. I love the
Yeah.
colour. I feel like a different person in a very good way.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Absolutely love
tremendous.
it.
That's tremendous. What you have is a very sharp haircut
Very.
and lots of natural movement.
I mean, that's incredible. Incredible, Greg,
Yeah.
honestly.
Great. Wonderful. As soon as you tuck it behind the ears as well, you get that sort of, that little bit of a flick-at. Without it being flouncy,
Oh,
it just has a little nudge here
and I
and
love
there.
I love this.
Mm.
I love it. I love
Great.
this bit. I love it all.
Fantastic. Great.
Beautiful.
Framing you beautifully. And it looks so much thicker. And the colour looks great, too.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it looks like nature intended it.
Do you know what you could do in between appointments at home? Is the Joshua Chestnut gloss.
I need to write that down. Then.
We will
Chestnut
show. I'll
gloss.
show
Yeah,
you
yeah, show me.
exactly.
Yeah. I'll take a
The
picture.
Joshua glosses are just really nice in between appointments, to maintain the richness.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love
You look
everything
amazing.
about it. You are just amazing.
It takes,
Seriously, I'm not
takes
just saying.
three to tango.
I'm not just saying it, isn't it? It's really. Can I see the back?
Absolutely.
Because it's like.
Absolutely. Spin you around.
Oh,
And there it is. So you have all that weight. What I did was I just
moly.
tipped it out at the bottom here. And then what will happen is that as that moves around, it's not quite turning under, it's not quite flicking out, it's a bit of both.
do you know, I'm 53 and this is the best I've ever seen my hair. And I'm not
Wonderful.
just saying it, I absolutely adore it. For the
Right.
colour and for the cut, what you've done.
Wonderful.
My God,
Yeah.
you are just so clever.
Oh.
God, I love it. I love, love, love.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, well, Merry Christmas, thank you.